What is up, ladies and gents? In today's video, we're going to be talking all about Luna Classic and what I believe will happen next here on Luna Classic. That means I'll be giving you my shorter term price predictions here for Luna Classic, as well as my long term price target here for 2025. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that. Of course, if you're looking for a great place to buy and trade Luna Classic, look no further than the MEXC exchange. They have some of the lowest fees on the market. They don't require KYC to get started, and plenty of other reasons. So obviously, if you want to support the channel, then feel free to click in the link down below and go through this process, sign up. It takes a few seconds and you can get started trading straight away. So thank you guys, and let's dive into this video. So obviously at the moment on the shorter term, things aren't looking so great at the moment. There's a lot of red in the picture. We've had this dump that unfortunately Luna Classic didn't recover from very well, and now it seems like we're going for newer lows once again. Of course, this is the 1 day chart here, so it was just a few weeks ago where Luna topped off at around 18 cents. Of course, I know there's 3 zeros in front of that. I'm just going to call it 18 cents there. But at the moment, 12 cents, still respectable considering that. And of course, that also means that we are still in a very nice bullish trend. For example, if I draw this line here, which is basically our support line, that's showing us on a shorter term where the trend is. We are still well above this line, and look at that, it's not even a shallow line. This is quite a steep bullish support line here on Luna Classic. So it's quite interesting because we are coming down to it. So, you know, if we do break down below this line, we could see some more downhill from there. However, if we react positively to this line, this could be the start of the next leg up here on Luna, and we could potentially see more positive short-term price action. Of course, looking at some other levels that might be of interest on the shorter term as well are these on the chart. Now, Fibonacci levels, very well respected here on Luna Classic. Of course, at the moment, we're just sat at the 0.5 level, and it's low there after that dip was at 0.382. So at the moment, we could expect to see a little bit of a bounce on the shorter term, maybe heading up back to the 0.618 fib. And if we are able to get past that, then, you know, we might be able to make a next leg up and reclaim that 0.786 fib. However, if we lose 0.5 here, then I do believe that also means we lose our support. So something definitely to keep your eye on, this Fibonacci level here and this bullish support that we have going on Luna Classic in the shorter term. And that can obviously tell us which direction we might be seeing over the next few days. Now, on top of that as well, on Luna, we do have this kind of short-term resistance that's at play, in my opinion. It's coming down a little bit like this, and it connects the top of the price on Luna over the past few weeks. If I just get rid of the fib levels, you can see it clearer. So we do have this sort of triangle-like structure here at play, where we've got two lines of support and resistance crisscrossing each other. And what's interesting about this is that the deadline is within a few days. Of course, there's not much place left for Luna to go. Let's just take that on the 4-hour chart so we can draw it a little bit better. So like I say, there's not much time left for Luna Classic before a decision has to be made here on the chart. Basically, the price can either choose to break down below the support, or we can see price break above the resistance. In either case, we should see a nice little pump come from that. Just as an example to show you what happens when prices do break their supports and resistance. If we go back in time on Luna, we can see that this the start of this pump here was as a result of the fact that Luna did break this downtrend. You can see there's this beautiful support resistant trend line here, that keeps the prices below this line here. So it was a big resistance all the way through 2023 there. Once prices were able to break through this resistance, then we saw this beautiful pump here. So we could see something on a small scale in the short term. Of course, we could potentially see a price target, in my opinion, of this distance. So if we do break out of something like this, we could see 20 cents here on Luna Classic. And if we do break down below, again, just drag that below there, and we could see pretty low price target. I do not hold too much conviction on the fact that this is a triangle and this is the price target, but I'm just showing you all possible scenarios. So that's the shorter term here on Luna Classic. So for the longer term here on Luna Classic, I just want to say that I am still bullish here on Luna Classic. I still think it has a bright future ahead of it, particularly going into the bull run of 2025. I do think it's going to surprise a lot of people by how much we're going to see prices pump here on Luna Classic. For example, at the end of 2023, we saw exactly the same thing. Just out of the blue, prices pumped a total of 420%. And of course, of all numbers, the Luna Classic holders chose to pump it 420%. How bizarre is that? Unbelievable. And that literally leads me on to my next point extremely well here, is the fact that Luna Classic has some of the craziest, most die-hard community in the world. So for example, in my own experience, I make these videos and some of my Luna Classic videos get more views than every other topic that I talk about. And another one that I cover on this channel is XRP, for example, and that sometimes gets a lot of views, sometimes not so much. What I'm trying to say is that XRP is a much bigger coin. It has a bigger market cap, more world use cases, etc., etc. Obviously covered more in the news. So you'd expect XRP to generate more interest than Luna Classic. But what's very interesting is that actually Luna Classic gives me the most views, it gives me the most attention, and that tells me that Luna Classic has a community, these people that are die-hard Luna Classic fans. Like, it doesn't matter what happens to Luna Classic, they want to know what's going on. They are there with Luna Classic, whatever happens, whatever the price does, up or down, they're going to be there with Luna Classic. It's almost got like a cult-like status, like what meme coins are trying to achieve. But Luna Classic is sort of a meme coin, but it's sort of not as well. It's not really a utility coin either. It's not an altcoin. It literally came from the fact that Luna went and did what it did in the first place, and Luna Classic was born, and then the community took over, and we've got this status now, where it seems like it's not doing all too much. People want it to do something, but the moment people start to get bored, start to leave the community, then that's when I believe we're going to see these crazy pumps. So, and the long term, I am extremely bullish here on Luna Classic. I think, technically speaking, one of the things that I'm really looking out for is the result of what Luna Classic does with this triangle. This, I think, is going to be very exciting for all the holders here, because this is a beautiful long-term triangle that encompasses the price history here on Luna Classic. Now, the supports and the resistances of this triangle are not the best by any means. Of course, if you look at the top here, for example, there's a total of 4 tests. 2 of them here didn't quite reach the resistance. And again, with the support, we saw the price break down below it twice. The support actually is better than the resistance in this case. But in any which case, you can see that the price is consolidating. It's closing in, closing in, closing in. And, at some point, I do believe we are going to see some sort of breakout from this, and it could be the beginning of the next pump. So again, like I showed with my previous example over here, this was really a great example as to what Luna Classic is capable of once we break these resistances, and the same goes for this resistance up here. But of course, what I'd want to see in the near future is for prices to kind of test that resistance a little bit more, just so we know that it's a real resistance for Luna Classic. And once we see a clean breakout, prices shooting above that resistance, then we could expect to see a monumental price target from this triangle. And that price target is the first test of support and resistance. We measure that, we drag that to where we could see the breakout. So let's say it occurs at the start of the May, because everyone's selling in May and going away. Then we see this 14x trade, 1300%, bringing the price there to 0.2 cents on Luna Classic. Now, this is my ultimate 2025 target here for Luna Classic. Of course, this target changes depending on where we break out. As you can see, if I drag that closer to today, for example, we see that the price target is slightly higher at 0.22 cents, and if we drag it a little bit later, then it just decreases with time. So again, there is no time frame for this. I don't know when we are going to break out. It could be within the next few weeks, it could be in a few months, it could even be at the start of 2026, for example. But the main key here is just to be patient. I do expect that when things get boring, like it was over here, for example, then that's the best time to be loading up on your Luna Classic in anticipation for a nice big pump. And when they happen quickly, so do not blink. Literally, if we have a look at that one over there once again, just to finally demonstrate to you guys, this literally here occurred in 1 week. That was 1 week's worth of price action for this whole 4x pump that we had. So literally didn't leave any breather whatsoever to allow people to accumulate. It just happened like that. And that is something we want to catch as Luna Classic holders. We do not want to miss that. Watching Luna Classic go down 20% is one thing, but it's a whole new level of pain when you are sidelined and you see Luna Classic doing something like this. So this is why I make these videos here on this channel. I want people to be aware that these things do happen. And of course, when things get boring, that is the best time to be loading. This is just my 2 cents on the topic, but I hope it's helpful for you guys. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do let me know down in the comments what you believe your price target is here for Luna Classic. And until next time, guys, have a great rest of your day.